Hello YouTube, welcome to my channel, Novice World Camper. I'm Michael. Thanks for clicking on the video. There's a million videos out there with reviews on the Onetigris Smokey Hut chimney tent, but none like this one. So please stay tuned. This is different. It's a modification I've done to it. No one else seems to have done it. I spent a long time researching what was going to be the best tent for me and what would work. And after narrowing it down to the Smokey Hut chimney tent, I then had to find something that worked inside it to suit me and possibly you. So please watch the video. If you like it, hit thumbs up. Any comments, questions, please put them below. I'm not paid for this. I'm not affiliated with Smokey Hut or anything else, but I will put links in the description below for everything that I've bought, if I can find it all, because it's a lot cheaper as well than most places that you'll find it. And yeah, hit the subscribe button, hit notifications, and any more videos that I get coming up hopefully soon. Just had a trip recently with this, which is where I did the review, and I'll get that uploaded soon as well. Anyway, I hope you enjoy the video, and thanks for watching. I've just put my cider in the river. Yeah, it was only a joke, I didn't catch one last time, in case you fell for it. So yeah, I said I was going to do a review on my Onetigris Smokey Hut. Couldn't really get a chance to do it at home in the garden, so I thought here's as good a place as any. So this is more of a hints and tips and tricks with the Smokey Hut, with a different inner that isn't available from them. So it's my twist on it. It's there's loads and loads of videos out there on YouTube on the Onetigris, but nothing like this. So hopefully stay tuned, and I'll show you what I've done. There's the main pack that you get is obviously the skin, pole, pegs, and I'll just drop a picture here so you can see the sort of size dimensions of it. It's quite a big lump. So what I've done is I've taken the poles out. They just slip nicely down the side of the bag, and then the tent itself into this. Now I'm going to get a proper compression set, because this will squash down tiny. It's, you know, not much bigger than my hand, and I've got some other bits in here as well, which I'll talk to you about in a bit, which is again to help with the tent. And then the inner that I got as well, which I'll put links down below for these. This was from Alibaba. The tent itself was AliExpress, and this is the inner. So again, same sort of size as the tent, just packs up nice and small, crams in your sack. You know, takes up no space whatsoever. Both of these take up less space than my sleeping bag, really. Total weight, as I said before, is with the poles, the inner, tent, pegs, everything, 1785 grams. So it's a sub 2 kilo tent, yeah, and it's massive. It's got loads of space inside it, but there's a few issues with the tent. Quite a lot of people have mentioned it, things like the air vents and other bits and pieces. But I'll go over those and hopefully have a result that will resolve those issues. Something that works really, really well. I bought these off of eBay probably 10 years ago. Little Velcro straps, and I'll show you this because it comes in really handy with the rest of the tent and the setup, and these are quite important. They're literally just little Velcro tabs like so. They come in a pack of like 100. I think I paid a couple of pounds for them, and they just thread through each other and lock on, and these work really, really well, and I'll show you why in a minute. So inside the bag, something else that I've got in here which works quite well is with the pole. It puts quite a lot of tension on top of the tent. So what I've done is taken a tennis ball, cut it in half. I've got a top and a bottom, so I'll put that on top of it, and then when the tent is up, I also put it on the bottom as well, so it stops it sinking into the ground if it's a bit wet, but also it stops it getting dirty, and let's face it, no one likes a dirty pole. By the way, that was a bit of sexual innuendo. just in case anyone gets the wrong idea, and not a prejudice slur against our Eastern European cousins. Dzień dobry. Okay, so I'm going to get the tent set up. I won't show me doing it and speed it up like everyone else does. I'll just get the main part up first off. I'm wearing shorts and no one wants to see that, so I won't subject you to that view. But I'll get the tent up and then I'll show you the inner and what I do with these and how it works. Okay, so that's the outer shell done up. That's set. Now, one of the issues that people had was with the ventilation in the tent, and I'll show you a little trick around that. So anyone who's got kids, had kids, or even if you haven't, you go on eBay or any online shop and find the door stoppers. They're sort of safety stops for kids jamming their fingers indoors. Look like this. Very lightweight, don't take up much space, do the job perfectly, and I'll show you how. Okay, so this vent here, as you can see, sits flat against the tent. Completely useless. Same the other side. So, take this. I have tested this in the field, so to speak. Not in really high winds though, but when that's on there, it holds it up, hasn't gone anywhere, gives you that ventilation, so I can put one there and then one on the other side, so we've got a good through flow of air, or at least air coming out of the tent. So that condensation rises to the top, you're breathing, what you're breathing out goes out through those vents, and hopefully that will draw some air through as well. So there you can see now, that's the back vent, as open as it should be, and there's the front vent. Pole set up, tennis ball one half in the top to protect it, and the other half on the bottom just to stop it sinking in. I must admit I did do this extremely tight this time. It was a bit of a pain to get that one underneath afterwards. I used the tennis ball to push these the tent pegs in. I mean, these are really good. You really do grip well, but pushing that on your hand is extremely painful. They're really sharp, so I use the tennis ball cup, push it down when I've finished, put it on the pole, and away you go. Well, I'll get the inner and I'll lay it out, and I'll just show you what I do to make it fit absolutely perfect. So this is the inner, just laid out straight across at the moment. That's my foam ground sheet that I'm using, which is just a silver backed foil one, again AliExpress, about £4, weighs about 120 grams I think, 2 meters by 120, so it's a good size. And I'll show you what I've done with the outside of it here. So this is designed so that these rubber bungee cords attach to your tent pegs, or you can peg them out as well. But what happens is it pulls this quite far out, and you end up getting part of your bed sticking out from underneath the tent. And also, because it's pulled further out this way, you can't get it up as high inside, so it's not as taut, and the headroom isn't as good. So what I've done, again, the Velcro straps that I've got, each one, I'll just put a Velcro strap on, it's extended it by 2 inches, pop it on there, stick it on each one of these, and it fits absolutely perfect. I'll bring it back and show you when it's out and down, and then I'll show you what I do with the top part of the inside to give you maximum height, width, depth, and tension. So now that's fully attached around the outside, so nothing sticking out, protruding from the main tent. And inside you can see now the space that this inner actually gives you. So it's 3 meters across from there. It's hard to gauge it, but I'll put a sleep mat there just to give you an idea. And where we tie this up, there's a little hook on here that attaches to the hook at the top, but it hangs too low. So what I've done, or what I do, is I wrap that round, wrap the other one around it, so it pulls them both extremely tight, and I'll show you that in a bit. Okay, so this is my extra long wide pad in here. It's 195 long, so 6'5", as you can see, 1.5 foot at the end, 1.5 foot at that end. So there's a wind coming under the tent which is just blowing it up. And as you can see next to it, and this is 60 centimeters wide as well, next to it there is more than enough space. I could shove that over, and again you could fit another one in there. The inner's not up, but it does fit 2 people, better than most 2-people tents, to be honest with you. So you know what it's like with a 2-person tent. It's really one with a bit of space for your gear. This is a great space for 1 person. You can fit 2 in it. Okay, I'll get it up. Okay, so the inner is up. It's nice and taut. You've still got a good gap around the outside of it. It's not going to touch the edges. My final tip, another one of these tags, attached to the zip, just keeps it on the pole, stops it from pulling away. Someone's going to say, well, you can't open the door fully. In all honesty, you're going to get in one side of this tent. Same with any other TP tent. That side or that side. You're not going to get in that side. So I only ever unzip this side anyway, up to there, and get in and out through that door. So it makes no difference at all, and works really well, holds it in place. I was going to stitch something, as I said before, but this way I haven't got to ruin it with my sewing skills and probably end up chucking the inner in the bin and buying another one. So yeah, that's my, it's not a review because I haven't used it enough to give it a full review. I've used it in rain, it's waterproof, little bit of wind. I've had a fairly windy night with it. It's held up well, it's good shape for it. It's just those few little tweaks I think make a difference. The air vents, an inner that fits in. You know, the inner that Onetigris do is a full-sized inner. So it comes right up to the edge here. And someone commented about the fact that, you know, getting in and out, rain, if you get dirty feet in there, you've got nowhere to put your shoes. You end up with a massive tent but nowhere to actually store anything unless it goes inside your sleeping area, and then you're going to get it soaking wet, possibly get your sleeping bag wet. So this works perfectly. And get another comment about the fact that you can't cook in here with the door open because when it rains it gets wet inside. But I find I undo one toggle, pull it down halfway, I've got a massive area in there to cook in. It's 5'6", I think it is, tall, so there's more than enough space for it not to cause an issue. And I've cooked in there loads of times in the pouring rain, never got wet. And worst case scenario, I can drop the inner down and sit on top of my sleep mat and take up all that space as well. Anyway, if you think this review's been good, or any questions, any thoughts on the tips and tricks that I've come up with, please let me know. I'll put links in the description below for the tent, the inner, and if I can find them, the Velcro tags, because it was a long time ago. But yeah, any questions, please put in the comments box. If you like it, please thumbs up and hit subscribe, much appreciated. Get your notifications on, and hopefully I'll get some more videos out soon. Thanks a lot.